to the Angel Mystic podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic podcast. It's very remiss of me not to mention this for you. So if you were part of my announcement on the 29th, you will know all about angel boxes. And if you were not, let me tell you, I have put something together brand new. In the 16 plus years of doing this business, I've never offered this before, but it's a nice little angel box. It's a gift and a gift to yourself. So, of course, you could buy it for someone else as well, but it is, if you love angels as much as me, you're going to want this. It's a little reminder around your home of that your angel is always with you in various different forms. I'm not going to say any more because quite honestly, there might be none left because we only did 30 and they could have all sold out by now. I don't know. But at the time of this recording, it's worth going checking out and maybe registering your interest if they have all disappeared, and then you can get one maybe next time or a different theme because there is more coming. Anyway, go and have a look at it all. It's in show notes. Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast. Hello, if you are new, welcome back. If you've been here before, this week's podcast is all about discovering your life's purpose. This is a conversation I have had so many times with people, more times than I care to think about, if I'm totally honest, because there's such a big misconception around it, and we're here to clear it up today. Quite honestly, as I hit record, I glanced out of my window and I am so distracted because at the time of recording this, there is a most incredible sunset starting to happen outside. And oh my goodness, I wish you could see it. I am that sort of person that keeps going, oh, look at the moon, look at the sunset, look at the sunrise. I get very excited about that. It just reminds me of what an incredible world we are in when you see things like that. And there's a lot of stuff that makes us think this isn't an incredible world, but there's these beautiful reminders that it actually is. Anyway, let's get back on track about your life's purpose, about discovering it, because I want to take the pressure off. I feel like it's so weighted, isn't it, that question? And it's a bit like when you've got young children and they're getting asked all the time, what do you want to be when you grow up? You can be anything you want. Your life's purpose can be anything you want. Your life's purpose doesn't even need to be dramatic. It doesn't have to change the world. It doesn't have to look impressive to anyone else. And very often, purpose is much quieter than all that, drum roll, big announcements type of thing. It really, really is. For some people, purpose is just being a loving, present mother. Some is, just creating a home. I say just, that's a big thing in itself. But creating a home where your family feels safe, where it's supportive, where it's nurturing. For others, it could be you're just a calm presence in the room for other people. You could be the listener. You could be the one that's getting people to open up. Purpose can be creative things. Purpose can be healing. Purpose can be practical. Purpose can be simple. None of that is small. But one thing purpose must be is fun. It must be fun. If it's not fun, it's not worth it. And it can also change. It has for me. So I honestly believe I'm living my purpose right now. I am, doing this work, helping people connect with their angels. I'm helping people manifest the life that they want. That's my purpose. But it gives me fun. It gives me joy. My purpose when my children were younger was definitely to provide a home, was definitely to be present for them. So my purpose throughout my life has changed. And I don't think purpose is something that's just attached to when you're an adult. And therefore, if it isn't, if it's just attached to your soul, living your soul's purpose, your purpose as a child is probably just to have fun, to learn, to grow. And I think that gives us a little bit of wiggle room with all of this. It takes the pressure off because there's so much misunderstanding, shall I say, about the purpose that it has to be serious. No, it's just meant to feel good. It's meant to feel enjoyable. It's meant to feel expansive. It's meant to feel aligned. It's meant to make you feel like you want to get up in the morning and do it. And if what you're doing feels heavy, feels draining, feels contractive, it really is worth asking, is this my true purpose? Or have I been conditioned to believe it's something I should be doing? Purpose usually brings a sense of lightness. Even if it has responsibility with it, it feels lighter. And purpose, I think, is discovered and not decided. So you don't sit down one day and force it and think, oh, this is my purpose. You discover it. You discover it because you think, oh, this is lighting me up. You realize it's what people naturally come to you for. It's something that you could talk for hours about. Even if you don't know the whole subject, even if you don't know all the answers, you could just comfortably talk about it because you're so interested in it. It feels really meaningful and it's certainly not forced. So allow your purpose to evolve. What's a fit for you now might not be a fit for you forever. And that's not failure, that's growth. Because we are not the same person. You are not the same person as you was last week, last month, last year. It's impossible. We're always changing, we're always growing, we're evolving. And for many people, discovering a purpose that eventually brings a desire within you that you want to share means you're on the right track. It might be that your purpose is to help others. It might be that your purpose is to guide, is to teach, is to support. But that's no different than the other examples I gave you earlier. And when you discover it, it doesn't mean that you have to change your life suddenly. The whole of your life has to change. It can start off as a quiet little idea, a curiosity about what you're now interested in, what comes naturally to you, something that you want to do more with. I think often we bring it through from past lives as well, and our soul, because our soul knows so much more than we know in this life, because we've had many, many lives before. So when you just know things, but you don't know how you know things, this is all of it linking in. And many spiritual businesses are born from this, from like noticing how, like for me, like I'm passionate about my angels because they've changed my life so much, and I want other people to experience that. And I'm passionate about manifesting because it's taken me from living on benefits to one of abundance, and I want other people to do that. And this is how spiritual businesses are born. You can go on a journey yourself, a journey of growth, and then you think, do you know what? I want to help other people do this. And it doesn't come from pressure. It comes from alignment. It comes from feeling good. It comes from that place of joy. And I think, if you are like many people that are perhaps stuck in a job that isn't ticking the boxes, that's draining them, that's feeling pressured, that they don't want to go to. And you've got this like yearning within you to do something maybe more meaningful, maybe that's going to help other people. Maybe it's something you've been through and you want to share that with other people. And I think a good question to ask yourself is, if you didn't do this, is it something you would regret? Because there is far more regret about not doing things than doing it and it not quite working out the way you would have liked. So if you've got that curiosity within you, if you've got that pull, if you've got that desire, explore it. So often we start to question our life's purpose when we have a bit more time. The years of caring for others, of looking after our family, no time to think, let alone do anything for ourselves. The years that we've spent growing somebody else's business, having a career, being successful in what we do, we lose ourselves. And we don't even know what we like anymore. And it feels like we get like sucked into this sort of tunnel of taking care of everyone and running around like a headless chicken. And then we get spat out at the end of it and we have the empty nest going on where we're not needed in the same way and we have more time. Maybe we have more money, but we don't know how and what we like anymore. We don't know how to spend our time or our money because we don't know who we are. We've lost something. And we're certainly not interested in the things that we're interested in. This is like many of my one-to-one clients. And I find it really easy to coach people in that place because I've been there and because the bit that's missing is connection. It's connection to yourself, to your team. When I say your team, I mean the upstairs, your angels, your guides, your loved ones in spirit, and it's connection to your desires. And in the middle of that, you may well find your life's purpose. Because it starts to become clear because you start connecting with you again and what lights you up. If you've been feeling that pull, that sense that there might be something out there for you that would involve you working in a spiritual way, yet you're feeling like, oh my goodness, I don't know where to start with my spiritual business. I don't know how to start that. I don't even know what I should be doing. You are in luck because in February I've got some free training coming your way. So keep an eye out for it. I'm just giving you the heads up for it now. Because your spiritual business doesn't need to feel overwhelming. It should feel grounded. It should feel gentle. It should feel realistic. And it shouldn't feel pressured. So let's do some angel cards. And I would love to know what your purpose is. If you discovered it, if you're discovering it, if you want some help discovering it, get in touch. Coaching is definitely the way forward for that. So this is for the reading, the guidance for the week of the 2nd to the 8th of February. And doing it a little bit different this time because I feel like I've got more I want to say on this subject, but I feel like we need the cards first. And it's really important for me to follow what feels right and my intuition. So I understand. I understand now as these cards are coming out. Interesting cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're starting this week with Archangel Gabriel. Now, Gabriel is the archangel that helps with good ideas, helps in business, helps with communication. This is all relevant to your purpose, especially if you want to start a business that is living your purpose. So, connecting with Archangel Gabriel, ask Gabriel to help you. You can ask archangels to help you just like you can ask your own angels, and we can all connect with all of them, but they all have a specialist subject, and that's what Gabriel helps you with. When you do that, when you follow those ideas that you've got, the abundance is coming. It feels like you've had these ideas running in your mind for ages, but now it's starting to all come together, and you're being reassured that this will lead to the abundance that you want, which is great. But it really is about you and trusting you and what you're receiving, following your flow, making sure it feels really good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If it does feel good, absolutely go for it. You are the barometer in all of this. You're also getting lots of ideas on, well, when you're dreaming within sleep. So make sure that you are paying attention to your dreams. My top tip for that is sleep with a notepad next to your bed. And as soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed, go to the loo, have a conversation, look at your phone, all those things that we might do first thing in the morning, actually ask your angels to help you recall your dreams and note down how they make you feel because there's important messages coming in. That was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that was Thursday. And then to live your purpose, you're going to need a little bit of courage, and that's going to come from Archangel Michael. Michael gives us courage, gives us strength, allows us to leave our past behind so we can step into the new version of ourselves that we are meant to be. And you need to absolutely focus. This is the weekend, Saturday. Focus on what it is that you want and think about how it's going to feel when you are living your purpose, when you're doing what you came here to do. It might be big, it might be grand, it might be little, but it's got to give you joy and it's got to be fun. Remember that. And we're ending the week on the gentle card. Now, the gentle card is a reminder that your purpose will be found in a really soft, gentle way. It will not be forced. So allow it to come through the way that it's meant to. Like I said, I had to follow my intuition this week, and that was, the cards that came through. But this is, there's still more things that I sort of want to say. Or maybe there's a couple of things that I want to say. Is when you are working with finding your purpose, when you are trying to find, is there something I should be doing? The fact that you're even questioning that means it needs to be explored. Because, I always think if you are questioning anything, there is a reason. If you have never thought, well, I wonder what my purpose is, if you've never had that conversation with yourself, you don't need to do anything. You're already fine as you are. But if you feel there should be something I should be doing, something bigger, greater, more fulfilling, use the word fulfilling as the barometer in whether you are moving in the right direction or not. So I'm going to leave that with you. And if you are looking for your purpose, don't search too hard, but listen closely to what brings you joy, what opens you up, what feels expansive, what feels good for you. And if you want my help, drop me an email. In the meantime, rate, review, subscribe, Check out what's in show notes for you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. Hope to see you there.